Hello everyone, in this video I'll show you how you can easily calculate or find the perimeter and the area of a square. We'll start off with the perimeter. Perimeter is the length of the outline of a shape. So for a square has four equal sides, right? So we have one, 2, 3, 4. We have four equal sides, right? So that means that the length of each side is equal. Okay, now how do we find the perimeter? So the perimeter is the total distance of each of the sides, right? That means if we add the distance of side 1 plus the distance of side 2 plus the distance of side 3 plus the distance of side 4, this will give us the perimeter of the square. But instead of doing that, we can use the formula, which is perimeter is equal to 4 times the length of one of its sides. We use 4 because the square has 4 sides, right? So instead of adding the length 4 times, we multiply it by 4. So let's try and do that, right? So because the square has 4 sides, remember we're using number 4. So that number 4 represents the number of sides, and we only need the length of one of the sides, right? So if we know the length of side number 1, say for example it's given as 2 centimeters, right? If we know the length of one of the sides, that means we know the length of the other sides, because a square has 4 equal sides. That means the length of side 2, side 3 and side 4 will also be 2 centimeters. So we'll substitute 2 centimeters in the formula. We've got 4 multiplied by 2 centimeters, right? Once we multiply that, 4 multiplied by 2, we get 8 centimeters. That means the perimeter of the square is 8 centimeters, right? That means if we add the length of side 1, which is 2 centimeters, the length of side 2, which is again 2 centimeters, the length of side 3, which is 2 centimeters, and the length of side 4, which is again 2 centimeters, that will give us 8 centimeters. But just to make it easier for us, we use the formula 4 multiplied by length of one of the sides of the square. So in this example we used 2 centimeters, so 4 multiplied by 2 centimeters gives us 8 centimeters. And that's how easy it is to find the perimeter of a square. Now we'll learn how to calculate the area of a square, right? The area is simply the space occupied by a shape or the surface of an object. For a square, the formula to calculate area is length times width. Now when looking at area, we are trying to calculate the inside part, right? The space that is occupied by this square, right? Perimeter was the distance outside, okay? So area is the space occupied by the shape, right? That means this area here, right? The inside part. Okay, that's what we are trying to find out. Now formula is very simple. Area is equal to length times width. As we have discussed already, a square has 4 equal sides. Okay, if we know the length of one of these sides, we can calculate the area. So say for example side 3 had a length of 4 centimeters. That means we can calculate the area. So 4 centimeters multiplied by the width will be 4 as well, right? Because all the sides are equal, it's all 4, right? So we'll do 4 centimeters multiplied by 4 centimeters, that's 16, right? 4 4s are 16 centimeter, and we need to use the squared sign for area, right? Always. Why do we use the squared sign? Because that's how many squares of space this square takes up, right? So 4 centimeters by 4 centimeters. Now say for example, if each of these has a distance of 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, if you count the squares now, right, there is 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, right? If you count the squares now, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. That's what it means. So this square has an area of 16 centimeters squared. So that's what we have found out the easy way using this formula here, right? Using the formula here, area is equal to length times width, instead of doing what I just did with counting the actual squares, right? Instead of doing that, we can use this formula. The other thing we can do is, because square has equal sides, instead of doing length times width, you can also do length, just use capital letters, you can do length squared. That would mean 4 squared, which is also 16, right? Okay, so let me just rub this off. Okay, so length times width, because a square has 4 equal sides, instead of doing 4 by 4, 4 multiplied by 4, you can also do 4 squared, which will give you 16 centimeter squared. It's the same thing, right? But I prefer to remember this formula, which is length times width, because you can use the same formula to calculate the area of a rectangle as well, right? So let's do that again. So length is 4 centimeters multiplied by width is 4 centimeters as well, and 4 times 4 is 16. The unit of measurement is centimeters, and we use the squared sign. So the area of this square with a side length of 4 centimeters is 16 centimeters squared. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video does help you. Thank you.